Cool. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So we're the new interns at Nano.
Wait, is it up?
Is it up? Tell us in the chat.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
are watching. And
It says live up there.
It does. Oh, yes, here we are.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Cool. Hi, everyone.
Hi. So, we're the latest interns for the virtual write-in. I'm Maya.
And I'm Maddie.
Fun. So if you have not been in a virtual write-in before, we're going to do a few prompts and some word sprints, and it's pretty much you don't have to follow the prompts if you don't want to, but these are to help inspire you to write for your upcoming story.
And if you've done this with us before, this one's going to be a little shorter, about half the time. It'll be like half an hour instead of an hour. When we really get into Camp Nano, it'll be more an hour on Thursdays.
Yeah.
This time every week, 12:30. See us every week except next week.
Yes, every week except next week. Next week you will have different hosts.
Yeah, they're still cool though.
Yes, they are very cool.
Met them before.
You have. Gonna be Shelby and Tim. So the topic for this week is relationships. The relationships do not have to be romantic. In fact, we encourage you to explore your relationship dynamics between all your characters.
Yeah. And so we wanted to start by introducing ourselves with kind of like a fact that like relates to the theme this week. So I wanted to talk about my favorite relationship to write because I really like writing like the really snarky and competitive relationships because they're so much fun and you just get so many like great bantery lines. And it's also really fun to like write scenes then where they get along and see where that goes.
I, on the other hand, really like writing very close platonic relationships. Like I do romance sometimes, but I feel like platonic romance, like not platonic romances. That's an oxymoron. I'm so great at English.
Yay!
But like platonic relationships, I feel are often undervalued. Also, speaking of relationships, shout out to my roommate Julia Peterson, who threatened to kill me if I didn't. So I'm safe. You don't have to murder me, Julia.
Yay!
Have fun in Canada.
All right, do you want to start by explaining our warm-up sprint?
Right, so our warm-up sprint is romance, actually, because I just got finished telling you that you didn't have to write romance.
But that's what we're going to start with anyway.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like an actual romance. This is about how your character reacts to romance. You know, main character, minor character, antagonist, protagonist, whatever. Just choose a character and figure out how they react to the idea of romance. Because it's something people tend to focus a lot on. You have all seen the shipping wars over romantic pairs that weren't actually in the story. Or, you know, favorite couples in stories that didn't focus on romance. So just...
OTP?
Yeah. Yeah. So what do your characters think of romance? Do they want it? Are they annoyed by it? Do they even care? This doesn't have to include an actual couple, but of course you can include an actual couple, and the option to just completely discard our prompt is still on the table.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
We're not going to force you to do anything. We're not going to hunt you down if you don't do the prompt.
All right, so we're going to do this 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I have my little timer right here, my little Fantasyland case. And we're going to go ahead and start.
Right. So we just started the 5 minutes. All right, 1 minute warning. 1 minute left to write. All right, that's time. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
All right. So,
People were talking about my stickers. You guys want to see them more? Yeah. There's my pizza dog. Okay, let's talk about writing.
Writing. So.
See here, what do we have?
Yeah. So sorry to Michaela for your computer freezing. That sucks.
No, that's terrible. That's the
Really
worst feeling.
terrible. So how did writing go? Word counts, particular quotes you enjoyed?
Yeah, I like this one. It says, nowhere is safe. The cafes, the libraries, the gyms, they were all infested. That really makes me want to read your story. That sounds awesome. Who's that? Silver Star Swept. Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, these are some great word
Oh my
counts.
God.
221, 156, 157, 312. Wow. This was like 5
These
minutes.
are speedy.
Yeah, really speedy.
And remember, whatever your word count was,
It's still totally
that
great.
many more words than you had like 5 minutes ago.
Oh yeah,
So,
even if you wrote like half a word.
I wrote like 20, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I had kind of a writer's block for this one.
Yeah, I wrote 140, but this was actually from a subject that I'd already written on before.
Mia in Narnia writes, apparently my macho guy character is a total hopeless romantic. Who knew? I love that. Don't you love when you like find weird stuff like that in your characters?
Oh yeah, or they just like spawn random character traits and it's like, when did this happen?
Magic.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so moving on to the next sprint, I guess. Maddie.
All right, let's see what we have. Our next sprint will be a little longer. It'll be 10 minutes. And we're going to talk about your character's first meeting. So go ahead and take your main character who already has a strong bond with with another character and write the first time they met. What impressions did they have on each other? What were the circumstances? How'd they meet? Were they like friends right away? A great example of this is like with like the Golden Trio in Harry Potter, where they like really didn't get along at first, but then it just took a mountain troll to make them all best friends. What's the first thing they said to one another? They can be important or funny or both or neither. So do what your heart tells you, or what your fingers tell you, or what the keyboard tells you.
These can be like rivals or enemies too. Just like any two characters who already have a pretty strong rapport going, preferably one that you haven't already wrote the first meeting for. How did that start?
Like I said, we're going to do 10 minutes. If you guys are ready. If you're not, don't worry. Just jump in when you are.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we are going to start
now. 5-minute warning. Really more like 4.5, but I missed the 5 minutes. Sorry.
We're very intently writing.
Yeah. So about halfway through now. So 1 minute warning, 1 minute left to write. Might want to start wrapping things up a little. Get to the end of your scenario. Up, and that's time.
That is time.
Excellent. So how did that go?
Yay. Word counts, favorite lines, last 8 words, whatever you'd like to send us.
Yes.
We'll try and catch them.
We want to hear them all. We are very interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to read everyone's stories. I love all these lines we're getting too.
Yeah. I managed 289 words. I'm so happy.
I think I'm more like 100, something like that. I'm like writing in a doc, so like I don't have an official word count, but it was definitely better than last time.
If you highlight it, you should get the actual word.
Oh no, I write in like segments, so it's just a whole big thing.
Oh man, these are great word counts. 552.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, I teleported in and stopped time instantly. Only then did I look around. I like that one.
That's cool.
Yeah. Man, I wrote an interaction
Ugly
between 2 characters whose entire thing before this was that they were ordinary, and it ended up being way more ridiculous than I imagined.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of them is walking backwards, and the other one is trying to balance a ball on their head.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Mine is about the mafia. That's really all I can say without going on for 10 minutes.
Man, these are great. Also, earlier I saw a thing about the zombies and how it's always time to introduce the zombies, and I absolutely agree.
It's always time.
Always time. It is always time for zombies.
Ooh. In a single move, he drew an arrow and aimed it directly at the source of the sound as he spun around. A middle-aged man in a dark suit stood right before him with a handgun aimed at him. Yo, that's awesome. That sounds like Arrow, which is one of my favorite TV shows.
Also, that comment earlier about main characters falling in love when you didn't mean them to, yes. All the time, yes.
Don't resist it. It's your characters telling you something.
Yeah. Have a mind of their own.
Yeah, for those of you who are handwriting, don't worry about your word count.
Yeah,
handwriting's hard. That's
handwriting is a lot slower. And again, it's not so much the number of words as that you're doing it. Yeah. And the whole point of the word sprint is actually less about, the number of words you can get out, and the fact that you're just consistently writing and not overthinking stuff. Because that is the curse of many writers. Who else here spent multiple years planning for a book? It happens. This is kind of to get you started past that point. Out of your own head and onto the page. All right, so are you guys ready for the next word sprint then? The next prompt?
Yeah. We're going to be a little longer today. It's cool.
Yeah.
We should have more fun writing.
Yeah. Also, I don't think we're very efficient at this yet.
No, that's cool. Hey, it's our first time. Maybe it's some of your guys' first time too. It works.
All right, Mia in Narnia. Yes. Following that advice, and the story turned really gay. You're doing something right, I'm sure. All right, so for our next prompt, if you guys are ready, is just a second. My screen froze.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, I got it. Just evil computer problems. Wait. Here it is. So this is called Common Ground, and this is going to be our last prompt for the day. So this is about rivals and enemies coming together, etc., etc. So 2 enemies, rivals in your book, they find out they have something in common. How do they react? So this doesn't have to be like a huge rival. It can be Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, Harry Potter, Voldemort, It could be Harry Dresden, John Marcone, for those of you who read the Dresden Files, in which case they're almost friends half the time, and then the other half the time they're calling each other names. But so the ultimate enemy, their schoolyard bully, whatever, is revealed to have unseen depths. They find that they have an idea or a situation or a personal credo in common. Maybe the person that they are fighting with isn't so bad after all. Maybe they are, but they have a stance or a reason that the main character agrees with. Maybe they have the same favorite drink. Maybe they both have an unhealthy and extreme love of chocolate or tomatoes or some obscure food that no one else knows or likes. Maybe they listen to the same music. Maybe they both have a sibling that they would trade the world for. Give them something in common and have them discover that. How do they react? Do they throw a tantrum? Do they quietly accept it? Do they struggle with humanizing their enemy, or did they already see their enemy as human and relatable? How do their interactions change? Do they hate each other less? Do they decide it doesn't matter? Does it lead to other realizations? Maybe the antagonist was actually right all along. Maybe they chose to change sides. Maybe they stay on opposite sides because they disagree on too much still, but they understand each other a little better. Maybe nothing at all happens. But just two of your characters who don't get along so well, figuring out they have something in common. All right, and how long do you guys want for this? We were planning like 10 minutes. That work? 10 minutes sound good?
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Cool. Let's start with 10 minutes.
All right.
Last sprint of the day, guys. Let's do this.
Yes.
We're gonna start now.
Should I don't have a protagonist? What I was writing in. Does anyone else hate writing characters whose name ends with S? Like whenever you try to do a possessive thing, it's like, how do I do this?
Oh yeah, usually it's like a single pop.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I've been doing. It's just sort of like, every time it comes up. Every time. Pretty sure that's why Tolkien always referred to Legolas as this thing belonging to Legolas. The bow of Legolas. The cup of Legolas.
5-minute warning.
Yep, 5 minutes. Thank you. Remember, if you're stuck, don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Stream of consciousness. You know, whatever comes to your head.
Even if you're like, I don't know what to write right now. If you're gonna write that so many times, you're gonna think
or
of something to write.
I really want pizza right now.
Pizza dog. His name's Sid, by the way.
And remember, you can always abandon the prompt. You don't have to write the prompt. Yeah. So, you know, you finish, you realize you still have time, go do something else. It works. Just keep writing. Right. So 30 seconds. Sorry, we missed the minute warning. So wrap it up. Last thoughts, last words, last sentences. All right.
That's it.
That's everything. All right, so word count, sentences, last thing you wrote, all of it. I ended up writing about an asexual masochist. That was unexpected.
I wrote a fight scene.
Yeah, I realized going into this that I didn't actually have any antagonists that worked very well for this. Oh, wait, I just thought of one. Why did I do that earlier?
You do it later.
I hate that.
I know, I totally do.
Right, so tell us what you thought of the prompt. Tell us how it went. We want to hear from you.
Word counts.
We want to hear from you. Oh, these are great word counts.
I love you so much.
Thank you, Julia, for quoting me. This is going into your bank of strange things I've said, hasn't it?
Moron McMoron Face. That's a great name. I like that. I know it's like a
Oh, yeah.
nickname, but that's cool. I like that.
I like that description. Rainbow fishy. Most of my family didn't even look at me like I was part of their blood, just some weed that snuck their way in. That's a nice way of putting it, like really sad.
Yeah,
but
that builds great sympathy for your
Yeah.
character. We have a plan, a crazy plan, but it's a plan and it's all we've got.
Crazy
I like that,
plans work.
Lana. Yeah.
1 to 1 million chances work 9 times out of 10. Terry Pratchett. All right, so I guess we're wrapping up then. We ran a little bit over, but only about like 10 minutes.
Whatevs. You gotta write more with us.
Yeah. Yeah, so our ending quote is by Tom Hanks, and it
Good
is,
quote.
"Truth is, I'll never know all there is to know about you, just as you will never know all there is to know about me. Humans are, by nature, too complicated to be understood fully. So we can choose either to approach our fellow human beings with suspicion or to approach them with an open mind, a dash of optimism, and a great deal of candor."
Cool. So you won't see us next week.
But you will see us the week after.
Yeah. So.
And we will be with you for the rest of July.
Yay!
Assuming nothing major happens, like we get hit by meteors.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Knock on wood.
So I hope your writing went well today. Even if it didn't, you wrote. Even if
Yes.
you didn't even write, you brainstormed and you had fun. So hey, what else can you ask for?
Yeah.